Ever notice how some footballers from the past looked mentally unbreakable, yet never talked about how they felt? Like pain was normal, silence was strength, and slowing down felt dangerous. That mindset didn't come from talent. It came from how they were raised, coached, and hardened early, a time when emotions weren't managed, they were buried. And here's the uncomfortable part. If you feel guilty resting, weak asking for help, or only valuable when you're performing, that same wiring might be running your life right now. Once you see where this mentality was built, you don't just understand them, you finally understand yourself. For a lot of footballers back then, toughness wasn't a trait, it was a rule. You'd play through injuries, tape it up, keep quiet, because complaining meant you weren't built for it. Coaches praised the guy who never spoke up, even when he was clearly hurting. And that lesson stuck. You learn early. Don't ask, don't feel, don't slow down. So later in life, you do the same thing. At work, in relationships, even with yourself. You show up, perform, and ignore the signals. But here's what nobody warned them about. The body and mind keep score. And eventually, something starts breaking, even if you keep pretending you're fine. This is where it starts hurting in real life. Not during the game, but after. A lot of footballers from that era could handle pressure, but fell apart when the structure disappeared. Injury, retirement, a quiet house, no coach, no crowd, no one telling you what you're worth. Anger leaks out over small things. Emotions feel useless, so you avoid them. Relationships strain because being needed feels safer than being known. And here's the part people don't say out loud. When you stop performing, you don't just feel lost, you feel invisible. If there are moments where you don't know who you are unless someone needs you, this isn't reflection, it's happening right now. Here's the part that hits closer than people expect. That toughness wasn't just how they played, it became who they were. When you're praised for staying silent, pushing through, and never needing much, you slowly replace your identity with usefulness. The armor works so well that you forget what's underneath it. You don't ask who you are anymore, only what you're good for. And the scary part? Life keeps rewarding that version of you. People rely on you, but they don't really see you. So you stay armored up, numb but functional, strong but invisible. And at some point, you're not even sure who you'd be without it. This is why slowing down feels uncomfortable now, because when you stop, there's nothing left to distract you from the question you've been avoiding. Who am I if I'm not useful? A lot of footballers carried this long after the career ended, always busy, always needed, never still. And the same thing happens today. You keep moving, working, fixing, providing, because silence feels dangerous. Not peaceful, dangerous. And here's the uncomfortable truth most people don't admit. Some part of you is afraid that if you stop performing, there won't be much left underneath. That's not burnout. That's an identity built entirely on output, and it doesn't disappear on its own. The shift doesn't start by becoming softer or stronger. It starts with noticing. Noticing how uncomfortable stillness feels, how quickly you reach for work, noise, or responsibility to avoid sitting with yourself. That awareness alone is powerful because it interrupts the pattern without trying to fix it. A lot of footballers never got that pause. They just carried the armor forward from the field into life. If any part of this felt uncomfortably familiar, that's not weakness, that's recognition. And sometimes, simply realizing why you became this way is the first time the armor loosens, not because you force it off, but because you finally see it.